Old white man shoots 13-year-old black neighbor while mother watches. Thank you for tuning in to the Shikama Live Show. Your host, Shikama, produced by Boundless Enterprise, LLC, in association with www.LasVegasNevadaDUI.com. This is a crazy, crazy case. If the Trayvon Martin case wasn't a clear, cut and dry, racist murdering of a child, this is. And everybody wants to now downgrade or degrade and insult and try and humiliate and just take apart Trayvon Martin and say how terrible and what a horrible. Let me say this before I start this case. None of that mattered. Trayvon Martin was walking. All of that stuff that everybody's talking about doesn't mean anything because none of that applied when he was walking in the rain being stalked by the white guy. Oh yeah, he's a white guy. Latino is not a race. White is a race. Okay, let's get to this. A surveillance video submitted to a court on Tuesday showed a 76-year-old white Milwaukee man fatally shooting his 13-year-old black neighbor in the chest as the teen's mother watched. During opening statements in the trial for John Spooner, jurors saw a video of 13-year-old Darius Simmons taking the trash bin in from the street on May 31st, 2012. Spooner then confronts the teen on the sidewalk between their homes. He points a pistol at the teen and then at the boy's mother as she watches from the porch. Seconds later, he points a gun back at Simmons' chest and fires. The boy runs away and a second shot misses. According to the Associated Press, Simmons' mother, Patricia Larry, testified to the jury that Spooner had told her to call 911 and that he was going to teach the boy a lesson for stealing. To describe the video a little bit better, in the video from the surveillance camera from Spooner's porch, it starts with Darius taking the trash bin from the sidewalk to the back of the house. Then Spooner is watching him go from the sidewalk to the back of the house with the trash bin. Simmons then goes into his house as Darius is in the back of the house and comes out with the pistol in hand. Goes into the house, comes out with the pistol. When Darius comes from behind the house and makes it to the sidewalk, he points his pistol at Darius. The mother comes to the porch and says, "What are you doing pointing a gun at my baby?" He points a gun at her. Then he points a gun back at the kid. And this is a kid, and he looks like a kid. And he's a tiny, tiny guy, shoots him dead in the chest from point blank range. Now, what is his defense? He didn't mean to kill him. Now, they're going to try and argue that because of his recent cancer and the death of his wife, that he wasn't mentally capable of forming the first-degree murder intent to kill. But as a judge, I would say his actions dictate that, regardless of what is in his brain, because you cannot get into his brain. There is no way for you to get into his brain to see whether or not he intended anything. That to me seems like the worst hoax of a reasoning to get somebody off or to get a lesser sentence than anything. The man saw the kid, went into the house, got the gun, came out. That forms intent. The case should be cut and dry. He should be put to death. Literally, he should be put to death. Michigan has a two-part system where there is a federal manslaughter or murder charge, and once that is determined, they have their own first-degree murder charge themselves. So, this is why they're trying to pull him off, make him say that he's not guilty by reason of insanity, or that he didn't have the intent. They want to get away from the intent to kill. But I think that I'll try and find a link to the actual video. It's as cut and dry as I said. You see that the two things happen, and then the older brother runs to the younger brother and cradles him. So at no point was this guy threatened by anybody. Even when he pulled the gun on the kid backs up, of course, frightened. He's a 13-year-old kid. This man needs to be put to death. This, to me, it's an open and shut case. His actions show that he had intent. Not having intent is if he was talking and the kid hit him and started beating him, and then he pulls out the gun to protect himself. That's a different story than going into your house, coming out with the gun, pointing it at the guy, pointing it at the mother, and pointing it back at the guy and shooting him. There's no case here. All right. Leave a comment. I know this topic is controversial. Leave a comment. Give me a like. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And I thank for all my recent subscribers. I thank you so much. It makes this easier, and it encourages me to make more videos. And share the video. I will try and find a link directly to that video. Thank you.